Right. Once again, another Christmas episode. Got to do something. Was going to do it later, but like yesterday, the lighting is terrible, and yeah, the lighting ain't so great here today because the weather's gloomy and what have you. So, I just like to know, what did anybody out there get for Christmas? If you want to chime in by joining, you can leave a message over here, over there in the text area, and let everybody know what you got for Christmas. Game-wise, tech-wise, anything that you want to message here. I personally got a couple of things for myself for Christmas, and one of them was a copy of like I said yesterday, I bought a copy of I think it was like $11 or so, of the R-Type Dementias EX, which is brought from the PS3 to the PS4, which is a retake of R-Type 1 and R-Type 2 arcades. Really good. I did get a chance yesterday to test them out, and yeah, they play very, very well. I've shown some other videos before of what I got movie-wise, holiday movies and stuff like that, game-wise. I mean, what else is there to show? I mean, the latest game I got for myself for Christmas was out of my rewards money, and that, of course, from Best Buy. I think I only paid $10 or something. I hate doing this, but I got it. I'm going to get a camera one of these days. Copy of Monster Boy in the Curse Kingdom. That's supposed to be right after the Wonder Boy Dragon's Trap. So, it's very good. So, I'll try that out once I beat Wonder Boy Dragon's Trap. Hopefully I'll beat that soon. I think I'm about halfway through that game. I also picked up a month or so ago, the Mega Man 11, like I was saying yesterday. One little gadget I picked up. I picked it up before, but I got it cheap. Picked this up, Retrocade. This is, if you're into retro games, arcade games, there's like at least 100 games on here. So it goes for $60 on, if you can find it. This is the 1.1 version. You see, I'll read off what's on there. I know it's not that great of a video because, again, so I picked that up. So it has games like different consoles, like your NES, SNES, Genesis, Mega Drive, whatever, your Game Boy, your arcade. Includes games like Bad Dudes, 1942, Final Fight, Mighty Final Fight, Fighter History, Gunsmoke, Side Pocket, Super Burger Time, Double Dragon, R-Type 3, Super R-Type, Trojan, Joe and Mac, Dodgeball, Kid Nicky. There's other games on there. The list is in the back. What other games are there? The console games includes, you get a Strider as a console and an arcade. You get Fighter History, Mizuguchi Kiki. It's probably the sequel to it. And then there's Holy Diver, which is, there was a remake, or they brought that out. I'm waiting to try it. You also get R-Type 1 and 2 on here. So if you're looking for the original arcade, it's on there. Renegade, Secret Agent, Sidearm. What other games? Zippy Race, never heard of it. X Multiply, Wizard Fire, Vigilante. What I'm reading is the arcade games right now. 10-Yard Fight, 1943, The Battle of Midway, Act Fancer, which is Hyper Weapon. That's one of the games that are added on this version. You have Bad Dudes versus the Dragon Ninja, Commando, Captain Commando. I'm not sure, I forgot which games were taken off. There was one that was taken off. And yes, you do get the Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mercs, Magic Drop 1 and 2, Legendary Wings, Kid Nicky Radical Ninja 2. So you get a lot of games on here. The other thing that, do at your own risk, you can take SD cards and download ROMs. I'm not going to say where to find them because a lot of sites have been shut down due to Nintendo suing them. But if you got ROMs and that, you can put them on an SD card. Basically for the consoles and that. If you get the only thing you can't put on the old version are the TurboGrafx 16, PC Engine, Super Graphics, and so on in that era. You can't put that in. I think the Game Gear you can't put on. And there might be some other stuff you can't put on. But it plays a lot of the arcade games a lot better too if you can download the main games and that. It's not going to play every game off the arcade. This game cannot play everything because of the, I guess, the chips or whatever you want to call it in here. Also, the thing about this is you do have the, I can't see it very well, but you do have the AV, the red, white, and yellow. You can hook it up to a CRT TV. You can also hook it up to the HDMI to your HD TV, 4K TV, and what have you. You have the little power thing. You get 2 controllers, and you get the little SD card slot. So this is a really good item. If you can find the 1.1 and you can find it cheap, yeah, I go for it. But a lot of sites are trying to get over $100 off of it. Me, I'll stick with the $60 one. And what else I got with it was a Geek Theory Retrobit case to put the unit in, which I'm going to see what's in here. It's a very, very good case from what I got here so far. Wow. So you open it up. I know you can't see it much. Alexa, lights on. You see if this might help. Okay. No, I guess not. Alexa, lights off. I have to show it up front. If you can, no, you can't because it's too dark. Well, Alexa, lights off. That's the problem with this. But right here, you can put your controllers. You put the little system, and you put whatever else is in here. And then you can put your Not sure where you put your SD card. Probably in here. So you have your controllers you pile up in there. I'm trying to get a different controller. I think I have one. I have a USB controller. So I think I could use that. No, I should be able to use it. It's a really good controller that I use on the PC and that, so hopefully it'll work. Let's see if I can move the camera, if I can get better lighting. Maybe everyone can see it better. I doubt it, but let me try again. I know it's because it's so dark in here. I probably can see it now. No. The only thing you can see is if I lay it this way, you could probably see where my hands are pointing, but yeah, this is about the best I can get. I'm sorry. But it is a good case. Pretty sturdy. Some sites will give you that included. Some sites you gotta pay extra. I think you can buy this for like $5-10 online. But that's basically what I got for Christmas. Yesterday I was with a buddy of mine, Skippy Nicks, who's one of the co-hosts of the ABOG, A Band of Gamer. They do a podcast for gaming and music. They just recently did their top 5 favorite games of the year. I think a week from this coming Sunday, doing top 10 albums of the year, music albums of the year. So if you want to look for a good gaming, try the A Band of Gamers, ABOG. That's another one. Another one I know I don't listen to much, but it's still a good one to listen to is PS Nation, if you're looking for just PlayStation. Other things to try would be, if you're into technology, try the Tech Guy, TECH Guy, hosted by Leo Laporte. Really good information that he gives on computer and other high-tech items. If you're looking for retro stuff, let me look up my list of podcasts that I listen to or try to. Back in My Play, that's another one. That's a really good podcast I'd like to give a shout out to. Indis, INDIS, you can look that up. That's Interactive Distraction.
Like after I made that revelation last night.
Let me turn this off. That's another podcast you can listen to. Really good group of people on there. Player One podcast. I haven't listened to that in a month or so, so I gotta get back into it. And Power Pros. That's a good one if you're just looking for a Nintendo podcast. That one. And Retronauts is another one if you're looking for the history of gaming. They go way back. And of course, if you're looking for something to really listen to, it's Bombcast, Giant Bombcast. Really good one to listen to. So those are basically my choices of podcasts that I can listen to when I have time. But I'm trying to do more shows, like I said, on the when I get a chance, like when it's a little bit lighter outside, or when I can get a better view from the cam and everything. But it's hard to do now when it's cloudy out. But you know the holidays are here and everybody's on the run, and family, friends, and what have you. Me, I'm just staying here. But I do plan today also to do some uh, gaming gameplay, and that I think I'm going to leave the little thing here up. So if you want to watch that, it should be on shortly. I'm probably going to cut this short anyway. So I'm going to do some gameplay, games I have yet to play. I'm going to start those. And then if you want to leave what you got for Christmas or what have you, you can leave a message on the side. But I just wanted to make sure everybody, because yesterday I wanted to talk about it, but I got caught up with Skippy on other topics, and then I didn't get to show what I got myself for Christmas. Basically, that's it. But this is, like I said, into retro gaming. This other things you can try, the NES Classics and the Super NES Classics. You can also try the NT Analog, which is for the Super Nintendo and that. The same people that made the NT Analog for the Super Nintendo are making a Genesis Mega Drive one. So that comes out next year in the spring. So if you want to play your cartridge-based games and that on the actual cartridges, and you want to go to your local mom and pop shops and go buy the cartridges, you can do that. It's going to probably be about $150 to $200 for the unit, but it's well built. So, yeah. Well, I just thought I'd let everybody. Oh, one thing: don't get the Sony PlayStation Classic, please, unless you want to hack the hell out of it. It's been hacked. I've seen people put a Raspberry Pi in their unit and used it as a Raspberry Pi unit to play classic games in that. I've seen people take a Fire Stick 4K Pro or whatever it is, Amazon Fire Stick, and use that to play PlayStation 1 games on, and actually it plays better on there from what I saw. So there's other options out there. You just got to do your research and look out there and see what's available. So, again, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and so on. And with that, I'm going to cut it right here. And like I said, in a little bit, I'll be doing some game stream. And hopefully some of my friends will be online soon and will join in the chat party, and we'll go from there.